Hi everyone, welcome to Deanna Budgets. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are jumping into our end of the month, which is of November, and we're doing our back-to-bank and reallocation video. What that really means is that all the money that was saved for the month will be transferred to my high yield savings account. So what we got to do is we got to unstuff all the envelopes, then we got to see what we saved in challenges, and we're going to reallocate money to my sinking funds, which are the expenses that are revolving throughout the month. And whatever is left over, extra goes towards long-term challenges. So thank you for joining me here today, and let's get into the video. Okay, you guys. So November was a very busy month, and I feel like it flew like so fast. And we are already in December. So here we are. We are going to just focus on what we need to do and get it done, you guys. I actually have a dentist appointment that I need to run away for. And in order to do that, I really gotta be done in the next half an hour. So the first thing I'm gonna do is unstuff the savings challenges for the emergency fund and put that where it belongs. So we were able to save, let's see. I use this challenge, Wanted in Pink. It's a 2025 savings challenge that I'm using to save up for emergency. And we have in this envelope 20, 40, 60, 80, 110, 15, 16, 17. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, 107. Sorry. I am going to take out 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, right? Put it on the cash tray here, and I am going to select a $100 prop note and replace it into this binder. So this challenge should have a total of 1,100, 250, 5, 6, 7. Yes, so 1257, which is what matches on the tracker. So that's good. So we have the $100 here. Nothing else is coming out of this binder. This is my savings challenge binder. This is the only one that I pull. So we are going to get rid of this one and move on. So $100, I'm going to put it right into the emergency fund binder here, because this is my long-term savings binder. So we will log that in. So today is 12/4. It's getting a deposit of $100, which brings our emergency fund up to $3,100. I am going to put also, because that will be going back to the bank, 100. I'm going to leave it on the cash tray. I am also going to take another prop note. Forgot that I have them here. This 100, and it is going to show here. So this should be 1, 2, 3,100. So that is how I transfer money from a savings challenge over to a long-term binder. And because the money is going directly to the bank now, I'm not putting it in here. I'm just putting in a prop note to represent what is actually in the account. And the actual cash stays here and is noted here, right? So a lot of notes happening, but this is the process that I do to keep everything straight. I also want to show you my little sinking funds tracker sheet that I use at the end of each month as well. If you like this, you can find it on my Ko-Fi for free in the link in the description. So I also want to track what is being put or what was saved for the month. So we're putting $100 for emergency. Okay, so let's move that off to the side. And what we're going to do now is what I really need to do is unstuff the challenges, right, you guys? So these are all the challenges that were saved for the month of November. I did do a lot of my savings challenges off camera this month because I was so behind that I had to kind of shove everything into one video. I didn't think that was a lot of fun to watch, so I didn't post it. I actually filmed some of the video and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. So that's what we're at, but hopefully we can get it together for December and it'll be a smoother month. So for the $100 for emergency fund, because I do not want this money confused, I'm just going to put it off to the side for a quick minute so that we don't confuse it. And we are going to see what we saved in challenges. We're going to reallocate all this cash, and then we're going to do that unstuffing. Okay, you guys? So here's the cash. And I just want to highlight this one has $304. This was from this is straight rollover, you guys. that I've been saving, that what was left over from our weekly wallet spend each month. So just to show you, and this has been piling up, I guess, since September. So 3 months worth of rollover. That's awesome. So keep saving those dollars. Every time you skip the coffee shop, that's a $5 or $6 that you can put back into your rollover, you guys. Don't knock it till you try it. This one is the succulents box that I completed, and I'm just going to show you. So we have 1, 2, 3, 50, 70, 80. We have $380 that needs to go directly into my long-term binder. So I'm not including it here because I don't want to count it double. So for now, we are going to go to the new car fund because that's where we've been putting it. And we are going to add 1, 2, 3, 50, 70, 80. $380. And that is going to be recorded as at the end of November. Let's get the calculator. 10,105 plus 380. So this fund now has $10,485. Yay! So obviously I will be converting that into prop as well, but until we get back in here, let me just do that for now. And I'll stick that in there because I don't want to mix it up. Okay? So I will track it once we get back in there. Okay, you guys? Now, truly the rest of this goes towards sinking funds. And if there's any extra, it will go to long-term save. So let us sort this cash and I'll be right back with you. All right, you guys, I sorted it all out. Here are all the challenges that we completed from all the different creators. Thank you, everybody. It's always nice to have a nice little stack at the end of the month. So let's see what we have in total. I'll get my calculator out. We have 51, 150 plus 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 420. We have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 170 in tens, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 105, 10, 15, 115 in fives. Ooh, lots of ones. I just love counting ones. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 35, 36, 7, 8, 9, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 76. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to condense this so we don't have to suffer through that again. So this is $75 here. I'm taking out the 1. Here's my little bank, you guys, my little stack of money here. And I'm just going to grab out a 5 and a, where's the 50? 50, right? And a 20. That's 75. Okay, so 75 is now condensed. And you'll thank me later for this. So let's add that to the cash tray. And therefore, we saved in challenges $931 for the month of November. Yay! That is awesome, you guys. So obviously, that does not include my emergency. Well, I should put that right. Just for a different tracker, we had 100 from emergency. And from the long-term succulents box, it was 380, right, you guys? So $1,411 was unstuffed for the month of November. Yay! Okay, so let's continue. We have 931 on the cash tray. And now that we have this here, this is going towards our sinking funds, right? Okay, so sinking funds this month really took a beating. It was a very spendy month between medical and, you know, Black Friday with the deals, the household purchases. We spent a lot of money. So we got to replenish this somehow. Now, I've highlighted in green the sinking funds I really want to prioritize. And what I'm going to do is go through by priority. So I definitely need to add to groceries probably about $250 because that was literally empty. There's literally $16 in there, you guys. So let's grab the 250, 51, 52. That's 200 and 20, 40, 50. Okay. So 250, and let's add that into the grocery fund, which brings us up to 266. So we are adding a deposit at 11:30 into groceries. So I did go to Costco. Okay, you guys, I spent, no joke, about $600 plus at Costco in November. Yes, I did buy some clothes, you know, some winter stuff for my daughter and for us. So, you know, probably like 200 of that was clothes, but still, I have never in my life spent so much money at Costco. So that was a lot. I also wanted to add into medical because medical is also empty. And I want to add, these were figures that I was hoping to add, but just ignore that. We're doing the actual column. So into medical, I want to add 150. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50. So this should cover us for, you know, our copay when we go to a specialist is $50. So if hubby or I go somewhere, or if baby needs to go somewhere, at least we have a little extra cash. So 150 going into medical, and we're gonna track that as at 11:30, which should give us 150. Okay, medical. So let's add 150. All right. We definitely need to focus on our sinking funds for December. All right. So the next one that I really wanted to hit was clothing, and let's see. Let's go through it. I mean, everything needs money, but, you know, these were definitely lacking. So for clothing, I want to bring this up to $100. It's at 62. I know my husband might need to buy a pair of shoes. So that is mainly why I need to put some money in here. Let's add $40. 20, 40. Which should bring us to 102. So yes, in this envelope, we now have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 101, 2. Okay, so that way if hubby buys his shoes, we are covered. We spent a lot of money on clothing in November, so I don't think we need to buy anything else, at least for December. So yes. So let me add that 100 for clothing. Nope, sorry, that's wrong. It should be 40. You see, you guys, you gotta keep track. Deanna. Okay, 40. Good. All right, the next thing we're going to add to is gifts. I just want to put a little bit into gifts because we are going to be visiting some friends. Probably in 2 weeks, we're going to go visit them. They live in PA. And, you know, in case we want to bring something with us for them, I just want to have a little money in there. So I'm going to add into here. We have $14 in here. So let me put 50. And that should bring us up to 64. 20, 40, 50. You know, that can buy some treats or something. I don't know. We'll see. I might put something from the budget that week into, you know, food and whatever else. So 20, 40, 50, 61, 2, 3, 4, 64. So you guys, whenever I have like something happening a particular week on the weekend, I will try to budget a little bit more into my spending categories like dining out or family fun because I know I need it. But the sinking funds is kind of like my buffer for like unplanned things that are needed. So I just put $50 into gifts. All right. And now we need to put a little bit of money into household. So household was depleted. It had so much money in there and it was fully depleted because of my Black Friday purchases. And I did draw out money from my home improvement fund too, which you guys will see when we get to that binder. I think I'm just gonna add $50 into this one, and it will bring it up to 100. And it's only 100 because I put $50 in here. I transferred 50 from my home improvement as well. That $50 is supposed to be a tip for the installation of my dishwasher, but the guys did not come today, and I'm so upset because I took a day off from work waiting for them, only to find out they haven't even shipped it yet. So I'm kind of annoyed. But anyways, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, $100. It is what it is, you guys. I usually take one Wednesday off a month. It wouldn't have been this week. But, you know, now I took it, and so that's it. I'm stuck till January. Okay, so I just put 50 into household, so let's make a note of that. All right, so we still have cash on the cash tray. I have about 10 more minutes before I need to get out of here. So the other fund that I needed to hit was my daughter. I need to give her some money. I am going to add, let's see, 20, 40, 60, 75. I'm going to give her 75 because her envelope is so empty. And baby girl, you know, she's spending. I don't know. It's not her. It's me. But she needs stuff. She needs stuff. So I'm going to add 75. And it will just be at 75, you guys. So, you know, you could do this each week and budget for each category and stuff it accordingly. So, you know, it does the same. It's the same thing as if you were to wait all month and then put the money in. The only difference is if you have to spend this money throughout the month and you don't have anything in there because you're playing games with it, that's a problem. So if you have a little buffer in these envelopes, then you can play and delay it till the end of the month. Sometimes delaying is good because you'll realize that you didn't need to spend that money because it wasn't in there. And other times you just can't. So you got to do what is appropriate for your budget, you guys. So the other one in green is my buffer. My buffer. It is still empty. It's only got 38. So let me see. I want to put at least 150 in it. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right. So obviously my sinking funds took most of the money this month and it needed it. 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so 150 into buffer. That's okay. Not every month will be the same. Okay, so we're putting in 150, which should bring us up to 188, right, you guys? Yes. Yes, 150 plus 38 should bring us to 188. Perfect. So let's count it. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 188. Perfect. Okay, now I feel better. There's not a whole lot in here, but it's better than what it was before, okay? And we're going to calm down on the spending now that the crazy month of November is over. So the rest of the money I will be putting into, let me just double check the rest of the binders here. So if I wanted to put a little extra anywhere else. Or date night envelope. Ooh, let me just put some money. It has 96. But let me put something in for the different events that we may be having. Let me put in 25, 35, 40. Let's put 40. 10, 25, 35, 40. Okay? That's fine. Which 40 plus 96 is 136. Okay? All right. And here we go. Let's count. 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 95, 105, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 136. All right. I was thinking about condensing these ones, but it's okay. We'll leave it as is. So that was $40 into family fun. Right? Yep, 40. And I think I hit everybody else except for self-care, but self-care is okay. It does not need anything. Okay, so that is it for the sinking funds. And the rest of it, even though it's not a lot, I will put towards some savings. So let's see what we can do here. I'll put like, let's go to where we need to. We already have emergency. All of this is covered. For my little nephew, I'm just going to add $10 because I don't have a lot, but we're just going to put in what we can. So he should have a total of 80 now. I keep this in cash because when I get to like 100 or something, I give it to my sister. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. This is just for her to spend, or for me if I'm buying something for him. A little extra. My little baby, my baby A, I love him so much. You guys, he's just so rambunctious and sweet. He's like a year and a half now, but I love him to death. Okay, so we put $10 into nephew, to baby A. And then nephews, I'm gonna skip this month. I don't need to stuff it right now. It has 150 and I need to put like another 50 in, but not for now. I will put a little bit into my mother-in-law. Let's see. Let's see how much we can put this month. 10, 25, 35, 45, 50. I'll put 50. And I'm okay with that because I've been putting a lot into it recently. So, but we got to start her back up because that is now empty. So it goes. So let's put it back. Why do I close this, you guys? Okay, so 50 is going in here. And let's see what else we can do. Let's make a note. 50. And anniversary actually has really good cash in it, so I'm not worried about anniversary. I should probably try to put the difference back into the appliance fund. Let's see what we have left. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 66. We have $66 left. Okay, so what I'm going to do, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. No, let's take 50. That's 50. Let's take the 50 and put it into anniversary because we are getting close to anniversary now. And whereas we have 500 in here, I like to have enough that hubby and I can do massages and have like brunch. So that does cost. And our anniversary is in March. So we definitely need to have that ready to go. So let's go $50. And then the remaining 16, I'm actually going to put into, not to do, guys. I'm going to put the 16 into buffer. I'll just add it in there because it needs it. Okay, so, which means it got 166. Okay. All right, that's it, you guys. So that is the reallocation section of the video. And now we are going to unstuff the envelopes so that we can, oops, sorry to bounce you. Now we can send back to the bank what we need to save, okay? But just so you know, the buffer is now at 204. Yay, that makes me happy. Okay. So this is where I'm going to stick a pin, as we would say in Jamaica. I'm going to put a pause here on the video because I've got to go to the dentist and get my teeth cleaned, which should be very interesting because I now have braces for the first time. So hopefully I am not in pain when we're done. But I will be back to pick up on the unstuffing of the video. And for you, it'll be like no time passed. Okay, you guys. So let's pause and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back. I definitely took a long little intermission for me. I went to the dentist. I came home and cooked dinner. I took care of the baby, put her to bed. She's not sleeping, but you know. And here we are. So now we got to finish up our reallocation video for November. What do we have left? We have to unstuff our long-term savings and send that money to our high yield account. So let us go ahead and actually let me open up the bills binder. There's only one envelope in here that I transfer to my high yield every month, and that is the car insurance because this is like every 6 months. So in the meantime, I let it grow interest. So we're going to take out 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 110, 25, 125. This $1 is bugging the life out of me, and I need to find a way to absorb it somehow, and I will eventually. So we are adding 125. I'm going to make a note of that here on my little scrap paper. That 125 is going back to the bank, and we're going to update this little tracker. I like to do it right away so I don't forget. So there's currently 275 and we're adding 125, which brings us up to $400 that will be in the bank for car insurance. So we are definitely on our way to getting that where it needs to be. So I will tuck this back in here, and that is it for the bills on stuffing. And now we move on to our savings binder. So basically all of these, well, not all, but most of these will be coming out. So in my daughter's savings, we have 51, 52, 50, 250 in cash. So we're going to add that to the tray, and let's take up some prop notes to represent that. So that's 1, 2, and there's a 50 in here, so I'll put this 50 back and grab another 100, right? Okay, so that means we should have 1, 2, 3, 3,005, 6, 7, 800. 3,800 should be on this, and that is correct. It matches the tracker. The piggy bank cash is just like when she gets paper bills to put in her piggy bank, I keep it in here, so don't mind that. Our savings, let's take out the bills as well. So we are taking out $150, $200 from for our savings. So make a note of that. And we will add in, so we have a lot of hundreds here. So I'm gonna pick up 100 here and another 100. That's the 2. And let's see what we can condense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll leave 1. Let's leave 1 with a sticker. Put these back, and we'll grab a $500 placeholder. Okay, so now we have $2,650, and that is correct. It matches my tracker. Okay, so prop bills go in when real cash comes out. It's a placeholder, you guys. We did say we had $100 from our emergency fund, so I did put the emergency fund cash in here. So here it is: 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and this we knew was unstuffed from our the savings challenge binder. And I did already put that $100 in here, if you remember. I just had to tuck it away when I ran out. So we have $3,100 in our emergency fund, which is correct. And I did make a note of that earlier on. So for our month ahead, we have in cash $20, $40, $60, $80. And we're putting this here, and we're going to add the 80 to this tracker and change up the date. So there was 5,000 in the bank. We're adding 80. So it should be 5,080 currently until the interest posts for December, and that'll affect the figure, because I usually roll my high yield savings interest into my month ahead to give it some extra cash. So let's put 12/1. What am I writing? 12/1/25. I don't know. I was going to write 2030 or something, which is at this rate, it'll be 2030 soon. Okay, so this matches. I don't put prop notes in here. I just use the what's in the bank, basically. So I do have the 80. Okay, I don't think there's any cash in vacation. No, that's all prop. I'm not unstuffing any of these. These stay in cash. Anniversary, I will unstuff, because that's still a ways off. And I believe there's only $50 in here. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. Okay, so we are putting 50, which means that this tracker will now say 550. Yay. So It's always nice when you start saving early for something that you want to treat yourself on, because you can take little chunks out of it and it doesn't feel as intimidating all at once. So that's why when anniversary comes, I feel guilt-free to spend that cash because we saved for it for so long. Okay, so that's it. And I think there's only one left, which is the new car fund, which I did allocate the long-term savings to. So this should be, and that's a prop, this should be 380. 1, 2, 3, 50, 70, 80. So that's 380. And we'll put that on our little note here. And I do need to put 380 in prop. So 1, 2, 300 and 50, 70, 80. Okay, so let's see what we have in here now. Gotta grab all the prop notes. It should be 10,485. So we have 5, 10. I need a 10,000 placeholder. 11, 12. What am I saying? 5, 10, 10,000, 100, 200, 300, 460, 70, 85. 485. 10,485. Awesome. So that should be it, you guys. Home improvements did not get any money. In fact, we had to take some out. And Jamaica recovery didn't get any. Yeah, okay. All good. Okay, you guys. So that is it. We had, let's see what we were able to unstuff. So 200, 250, 80, 100, 380, 50, 125. So this should be $1,185 on the cash tray. Let us check that back to see if we have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 100, 50, 5, 50, 6, 50, 7, 50, 800, and 20, 40, 60, 89, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,000, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 5, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85. Yay, 1185. So we have balanced with what we unstuffed. And this is going to go right to my high yield account. I will be adjusting. I use Ally for my high yield savings currently. It has the bucket system. So I literally have buckets called all these things. And that's where the cash will go. So between 11, I'm just going to now update this section of my tracker to just give a total of what was saved for the month. So we had, oops, that's my daughter's amount. I wish she always has a little more. Okay, so 200 for us, 250 for her. Month ahead got 80. Emergency, where was that? We had the 100 there. Long term was 380. And anniversary was 50. Where's anniversary? I have it here already. And yeah, is that it? Did I get them all? Emergency, long term. Oh, car insurance. Car insurance is getting 125. So let me add this up and see how much it comes up to. I'll be right back. Okay, so we had $2,066, which I'm just going to do some quick math. 2,066 minus 100 for the emergency fund, because that's included in this number, and 380. Hold on, what am I doing? Hold on, you guys, 1 second. Yeah, guys, I just wanted to double check that my numbers were correct. So I did check it back. What I was trying to do is verify this amount against this. So these totals, these three here, as well as this one, these are individually saved. They don't get mixed, but these, the rest of them are mixed with what was unstuffed here. So I just wanted to verify that I was okay. So yes, we did unstuff $2,066 for the month of November in terms of savings Obviously, some of that went to our sinking funds, and some goes to long term. So I am happy that with the progress we had, considering the crazy month that November was, and look forward to see what December holds to close out our 2025 fiscal year and the new setup for 2026. So thank you guys so much for joining me tonight, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye!